Ukrainian refugees face homelessness as Hungary amends its asylum rules. Amid Russian advances, Zelensky emphasizes the importance for Ukraine's partners to continue to fulfill their obligations.
A fifth body has been found inside a sunken yacht off the coast of Sicily.
Vladimir Putin is in Chechnya to rally military support as Russia struggles to fend Ukraine's incursion in Kursk.
Hop-picking season has kicked off in the Czech Republic, with many farmers joining in. At least 100 Ukrainian refugees from the Transcarpathia region have been evicted in the Hungarian village of Koch. 2.5 years ago, the Hungarian government provided the emergency housing for those fleeing the war. But that rule recently changed, and now only refugees from parts of Ukraine deemed to be affected by conflict are eligible for free housing from the Hungarian state.
Kis házban lakunk, ugye 2,5 év az elég sok idő, ugye viharok, záporok, ugye itt is van fatető, vihar lepusztította már. Szoktunk hazacsengetni, hogy na, kinek mi van otthon a házában. És sajnos, akik így nem tudtak kijönni Magyarországra, sajnos minden, amit csak meg lehet fanya, vagy a tüzelhető, behasználjuk télen.
NGOs like the Hungarian Helsinki Committee and Migration Aid argue that the decree denying shelter breaches international treaties on asylum. The UNHCR wrote in a statement that the Hungarian government should review the decree and provide the necessary housing for refugees.
Hát nyilván, aki tudott, az megoldotta magának bármilyen módon. Van, aki hazament, van, aki nem tudom, rokonokhoz, ismerősökhöz ment. Nyilván, aki ki tudja fizetni a bérleti díjat, az már elment korábban, és ezt megoldotta magának. Tehát azok az emberek, akik itt vannak, nekik tényleg nagyon sérülékenyek, nehéz helyzetben vannak. Egyszerűen nincs pénzük arra, hogy kivegyenek egy albérletet.
NGOs, locals, and police in Koch were frantically looking for ways to find temporary housing for the hundreds that were displaced. Thousands of other Ukrainian refugees are facing the same problem and risk eviction from Hungarian state-funded accommodation. A key Egyptian mediator expressed skepticism about reaching a ceasefire deal as more details about the proposal emerge. On Wednesday, Hezbollah fired over 50 rockets towards the Israel-controlled Golan Heights, claiming it was a retaliation for Tuesday's strike by Israel on Lebanon. The attack came after U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken met with key mediators from Egypt and Qatar to press ahead with a ceasefire deal between Israel and Hamas. Blinken said time is of the essence as fear of further escalation grows. An Egyptian official with direct knowledge of the negotiations says the deal offers promises instead of guarantees, and that Hamas would not accept this. For example, the deal states Hamas must release hostages in the first phase. Parties would only then negotiate the following phases. The official says this means Hamas would release civilian hostages in return for a pause of fighting, with no guarantee for a permanent ceasefire. The proposal also doesn't clearly say Israel will withdraw from the two strategic corridors in Gaza. Mediators are scheduled to meet on Thursday and Friday in Cairo for more talks on the proposal before submitting it officially to Hamas. President Volodymyr Zelensky acknowledges Russia's advancement and emphasizes the importance for Ukraine's allies to fulfill their obligation with munition supplies.
Дуже важливо, щоб партнери реально виконували зобов'язання по кожному пакету, по всім нашим домовленостям. Це фундаментально для оборони.
One person died and at least 16 people were injured after 24 settlements of the Kherson region came under Russian fire. And in Pokrovsk, Ukrainian forces defend the city from Russian troops who are quickly advancing towards the logistical hub. The defeat of Pokrovsk, which is one of Ukraine's main defensive strongholds, would bring Russia closer to its stated aim of capturing the Donetsk region. The Ukrainian president says he also hopes to see advancement in the plan to loan Ukraine the promised $50 billion from frozen Russian assets. Earlier this year, 27 EU member states agreed to use the interest earned on Russian central bank assets to help support Ukraine.
Another body has been found inside a sunken yacht off Sicily, bringing the total death toll to 5. One person remains missing. The British-flagged Bayesian yacht capsized in Porticello near Palermo during a violent storm on Monday. 15 people survived. Inspection operations have been difficult. The 56-metre-long boat is lying at a depth of around 50 metres, which gives scuba divers a maximum of 10 minutes before they must resurface. 27 divers rotate in the water as part of the search efforts. Also, the inside spaces are obstructed by debris and furniture. Italian authorities have opened an investigation into how a large vessel could sink in a matter of minutes, when the yacht anchored next to it experienced no major damage during the storm.
Russian President Vladimir Putin has made a surprise visit to Chechnya, a mainly Muslim republic in the Russian Federation. The Kremlin leader is rallying military support as his forces face a stunning cross-border incursion by Ukraine in the Kursk region.
Уважаемый Владимир Ильич, спасибо, что нашли время приехать. Мы 13 лет ждали вас, но и я знаю, что у вас большие вопросы, которые вы ручным режиме управляете, и в том числе и наша республика. Хочу доложиться, что
Putin met Chechen special forces that are training to potentially take part in the conflict. The Chechen leader said on Telegram that more than 47,000 fighters, including volunteers, have been training at the special military academy since the full invasion of Ukraine began. Fighters from Chechnya, whose bid for independence after the Soviet Union's collapse led to years of war with Russia, are already participating on both sides of the conflict in Ukraine.
Romanian police raided the home of controversial internet influencer Andrew Tate on Wednesday over new allegations involving minors. Anti-organized crime agency confirmed the raids at 4 properties in Bucharest and Ilfov. The influencer is being investigated for human trafficking, sexual intercourse with a minor, influence in statements and money laundering. His spokesperson declined to comment on the minor-related allegations. Tate is already awaiting trial on charges of human trafficking, rape and forming a criminal gang to exploit women. Andrew Tate and his 36-year-old brother Tristan, former kickboxers with dual British-US citizenship, were arrested in 2022 near Bucharest alongside 2 Romanian women. The department in France of Isère is being affected by an epidemic of a new variant of bluetongue. An outbreak of 31 cases has so far been confirmed by the French government, with a further 100 or so suspected. In Polyénas, sheep farmer Cédric Ruzin has already seen 55 of his 150 animals die.
Ça, c'est des bêtes qui sont atteintes. Voilà, elles ont maigri. Elles bavent. Elles enflent. C'est des bêtes qui ont plus de 42 fièvres, quoi. On est démunis, on regarde nos bêtes mourir. Comme celle-là, je sais que si c'est pas aujourd'hui, ça sera demain.
Unfortunately, sheep farmers say there is not much they can do for the affected sheep and vaccination is too late. The new strain is causing concern in the industry.
On avait perdu l'habitude de vacciner, de se protéger contre ce virus, vu qu'il n'y avait pas de symptômes, pas de perte en élevage. La vaccination, c'est la solution, mais on arrive trop tard. En fait, nous, on est dans le boom de l'épidémie. Et après, malheureusement, c'est vraiment une maladie contre laquelle on peut être assez désemparé une fois que c'est dans le cheptel, parce qu'on n'a plus qu'à faire des traitements pour traiter les symptômes. On ne peut pas traiter la maladie en elle-même, mais on peut essayer d'atténuer les symptômes et faire en sorte que les bêtes passent le cap.
Now, sheep farmers are awaiting answers from officials on if they can get help subsidizing the vaccines.
Beer lovers rejoice. The 2-week hop picking season has kicked off in Czech Republic. It is one of the world's largest hop producers, with over half of its harvest destined for export, mostly to China and Japan.
60 až 80% českého chmele jde do zahraničí na vývoz a jsou to právě ty jemné aromatické chmele.
While there has been a reduction in beer production since COVID, there has been a rise in demand for premium beers with higher hop content. Czech Republic currently has around 5,000 hectares of hop farms, which is 6 hectares less than last year. The Agricultural Ministry counts about 120 registered growers this year. With the earliest record of its cultivation in the 11th century, hop is one of the Czech Republic's most traditional and successful crops.